So I've got 2 kids, and parenting is one of the most beautiful experiences a human being can have. It can also be one of the most painful and one of the most intense experiences you can have. But think about it. Nowhere in the education system do they actually teach you how to parent. We aren't learning it, and our parents didn't learn it. So parenting is one of those aspects of human life that really hasn't innovated as much as it could. This is why I'm so excited to be bringing on parenting expert Rhea Lalla into this week's Consciousness Engineering class. Rhea is a professional trainer, a corporate coach, a mother of 2, but somewhere in her career, she got fascinated by the idea about scientifically improving parenting. So she spent about 6 years studying the neurological development of children. And Rhea developed and identified models of parenting which are unusual to how we've been trained to parent. And when you understand these models and the practices that go with these models, you can really accelerate your ability to raise incredible kids. Now I know not all of you might be the parents of kids under 15, but even if you want a parent, odds are you're an uncle or an aunt, or you have a younger brother or a younger sister, or you're a grandparent. In short, it's rare if any of you have no exposure to children at all. And when you understand some of these new models about how children develop and how you can interact with children to help them develop in a more beautiful way, in a more self-empowered way, you can really be that favorite aunt or grandparents or that big brother that's truly loved. So here's what we're going to be talking about with Rhea Lalla. We're going to look at 6 different belief systems about parenting that Rhea says we need to discard. And with each associated belief system, she's going to teach a particular technique to bring that into your experience with children. Now, the first belief system that Rhea is going to ingrain in you is the idea that parenting is more about raising the parenting self than raising the child. Now, this is unusual. What she's saying is that parenting is one of the most beautiful opportunities to grow, and you have to look at it through that. And she's going to specify specific exercises to help you grow as a parent as you're parenting. Belief number 2 is about how EQ, emotional intelligence, is more important than IQ. And she'll teach techniques to help raise a child's emotional intelligence. Number 3 is interesting. I've been trying this with my kid. It's the idea of asking children, no matter how young they are, for feedback. Now, I know this sounds unusual. Typically, you ask a coworker for feedback or a boss for feedback. We don't ask our kids for feedback, but Rhea's going to teach a technique where you really learn about yourself through soliciting feedback from your children, and you really empower your children by giving them the opportunity to give feedback. Number 4, we'll be talking about timeouts, one of those like old arcane elements of parenting. According to Rhea, there's more to doing a timeout than what appears to be. And she says timeouts are for parents, time-ins are for children. She's going to teach you a technique to make this situation of timeouts when a kid misbehaves far more elegant in terms of that child's development as a responsible adult. Number 5, we're going to talk about how to deal with discussing painful emotional issues with children. We often shy away from it. We hide certain facts from our kids, certain ugly truths. Rhea says this is wrong, and you're going to learn how to actually have rich discussions with kids that help them become more mature, more stable, more grounded. You will learn that technique. And finally, you'll learn how to be more transparent, more authentic, more vulnerable as a parent with your child. And in the process of doing this, you'll learn how to create truly deep, meaningful, intimate bonds with the children you are surrounded by. So stay tuned for this incredible training with Rhea Lalla on consciousness engineering on the Mindvalley Academy.